Murli Notes, 7th February 2023. Perception and conception. There are two ways of knowing. One is via sense perception, which is the normal, conventional basis of drawing conclusions or conceptualizing what is real. The other is incorporeal knowing. Through sense perception, you can know Krishna, but you cannot know incorporeal God through sense perception. The soul can know the Supreme Soul. The soul believes its Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is incorporeal because the impression of this was fundamentally, eternally, and ineradicably imprinted upon the soul at the moment of creation, which is the moment when there was the encounter between the soul and God. It is not possible for there to be a soul who never had an encounter with God. By definition, the soul is a child of God, and by that definition, there must be an encounter once every kalpa. Regardless of their religion, regardless of whether or not a person believes in God, the above definitions are fixed eternally and cannot be changed. This is a law of spirituality. It has no connection with perception, but it is a matter of conception and comprehension. Due to God being invisible, it is not possible to sustain focused remembrance. This is because the Tamopradhan intellect can work with sense impressions, but not with concepts. The Rajasic intellect can handle concepts, therefore it is easier to hold the concept of incorporeal God and establish focused remembrance of the incorporeal. You are receiving concepts that come from the incorporeal. God does not define the spiritual in physical terms. The Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, Bible, Torah, Dhamapad, and others are all scriptures that define the spiritual in physical terms, because they are written in the Copper Age when all people were body conscious and has lost the sense of their spiritual identity as a genderless soul. All were trying blindly to define God, life, death, sin, and pure action, but were unsuccessful. They had to resort to blind faith. They have physical representations of the founders of their religions, and they believe the scriptures are the words of these souls who are the founders of their religions, prophet souls. The Gita is called the jewel of all scriptures, and people have associated it with the image of Krishna. However, God explains that this is incorrect. Incorporeal God Shiva says, "I am the one who spoke the knowledge of the Gita. I am the one who taught Raj Yoga, and I am the one who establishes the kingdom of heaven on earth. I am the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. I am the Father of all you human souls and I am the seed of all humanity. I am the seed or father of the Kalpa tree. All souls, regardless of their religion, are connected with me, the seed. Krishna cannot be defined as the seed of the Kalpa tree, nor can he be described as the creator. The same applies to all founders of all religions. Krishna is a human being who has divine virtues which he got from me. God is not a human soul or a human being, nor does he have a body of his own. Therefore, there can be no face that is God's own face. There is only one who is God, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the Creator, the seed of the human world tree. He has no physical form and cannot be represented by any human or animal form. God says, I come every kalpa after every 5,000 years at the confluence of kalpas. All the people of all the religions, including atheists, will get an encounter with me, which will seal their relationship, and they will recognize that they are my children. I am the one that every person calls God. If you claim that Krishna is God, then you are completely unable to know God. Therefore, to lead people astray into thinking that Krishna is the person who spoke the Gita is the greatest mistake of all. It is a mistake because it makes people think that God can be perceived by sense perception, and this is not possible. It makes people think that God is a male, but God is genderless. It makes people think that God is an Indian deity, but God is not. It makes people think that the Gita is just another religious scripture spoken by a prophet soul or founder of a religion. But the Gita is spoken by God and not by a prophet soul or any human being. The result of the Gita is that all religions, including Hinduism, vanish. There are no religions in heaven, but a civilization of godlike people persists for 2,500 years until it is destroyed by natural calamities. This civilization is called the ancient and original dharma of men and women who are filled with divine characteristics. Now, incorporeal God is once again speaking the knowledge of the Gita, correcting all the mistakes, and giving full information about the soul, the Supreme Soul, the eternally repeating cycle of time, karma philosophy, and the physical, material, subtle, and incorporeal dimensions. Through this education, God is once again establishing this original way of being, and the first civilization on earth will return. Om Shanti.